Welcome again. I'm Anna. Thanks for joining me on Inflation Watch, where Bank of Jamaica highlights the factors influencing price increases in Jamaica. Now, at November 2023, headline or annual inflation, which is the general rate of increase in the prices of goods and services as measured over a 12-month period, was 6.3%. Note that inflation is measured by the Statistical Institute of Jamaica, Statin. Now, the 6.3% was outside the target range of 4 to 6% and above the figure at October 2023 of 5.1%. But inflation at November was much lower than the peak of 11.8% recorded in April 2022 and 10.3% at November 2022. The continued slowdown in inflation from last year's high point resulted from BOJ's tight monetary policy, reducing Jamaican dollar liquidity in the financial system. Number two, holding steady at 7.0%, the policy interest rate, that is, the interest rate paid by BOJ on the current accounts of deposit-taking institutions held at the BOJ. And number three, maintaining a relatively stable foreign exchange rate, which continued to reduce the impact of imported inflation. The general fall in the cost of some imported commodities, like grains, also helped to reduce inflation. The welcome slowdown in the pace of price increases at November compared to the same period in 2022 mainly reflected declines in electricity costs and smaller increases in processed food prices. Having said that, the fact that there was inflation at November 2023 means that prices were still higher than they were a year before. For example, there were higher transport costs due to increased taxi and private bus fares. In November, there were also increases in food prices, especially vegetables, tubers, plantains, cooking bananas, and pulses. You're like, what are pulses? Well, they're really grains, legumes, and beans. Yeah. There were also higher costs for restaurants and accommodation services. These increases were partly offset by the decline in the cost of electricity, gas, and other fuels. And it was quick, but that's all the time we have. Join us again next month when Bank of Jamaica will bring you another episode of Inflation Watch, where we track and explore the factors influencing price changes in Jamaica. I'm Anna. It was my pleasure to be with you today. Until next time, take care.
Join us next month on Inflation Watch to see what the inflation number will be.